Hey guys, welcome to Flights and Fabrics. I am Simire, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you will stay around and surf around and watch some of the videos that I have created, and I hope that you end up liking it here and you will subscribe and like and share. And if you're not new, welcome. It is that time of the week where we talk a little bit about everything. And now today we are talking about Levi's because I noticed that the 501s are celebrating 150 years. And before you ask me what the 501s are, they are jeans that look like this. And before I get into that, I would just like to give you a little bit of history about Levi's and how it came to be, because I feel that they have a unique story that I want to share. And with years and years, when you follow their history, you realize like they've been through a lot, So let's get into it. So Levi's is one of the brands that I really adore, because first of all, I just love how they make their products. So the denim, they're actually not 100% American. They are made in America, but everything is not 100% American, meaning that around the time of the trading, denim was purchased and made to this cloth. And this was something that a very nice young German man was selling in a wholesale in his boutique in San Francisco. So we have Levi Strauss, who was from Germany, who traveled to the US, settled down in Francisco, and started a wholesale business. And within that, within that business, he had a customer, and this customer was actually a tailor named Jacob Davis. Now, Jacob Davis would purchase huge amounts of this fabric, this denim fabric, that was made of cotton and colored or dyed with indigo color, which was super expensive back in the days. It was, like the liquid gold. So he purchased huge amounts of this to sell off tents, to sell off wagon covers, and also to make trousers for the workers out there, whether it was miners, construction workers. Now we are in the 1800s, right? So he realized that people would purchase this denim, repair their clothes, because their clothes would tore and just be very messy and very too fragile while they were working. So they would purchase the denim to just repair the clothes. So this Jacob had an idea. He was like, hold on a second. He added copper rivets, and I'll show you right here. He added that to actually make the fabric steady and rough, and solid, because it was reused every single day by these workers. So by this time, and this was back in the 1800s, but by this time, the jean as we know it, the Levi's jean as we know it, was actually for workers. It was not long before he realized that this was a hit. Jacob was like, hold on a second, this thing that I'm doing is actually a hit. So Jacob, not having enough money, he went back to Levi's and he was like, hey, I have a business deal for you. I have designed these jeans and I don't have enough money to, keep on producing them. So let's go together and apply for patent for the design model and make make it a thing, you know, make jeans for workers. Levi said yes. And it was in 1873 that they got the license, you know, the license to take patent on the design. And so Levi's came to the world. They start selling off these things, and it started as, you know, a working jean or a working cloth wear. But it was not until 1934 that they made the Levi's woman. so 1934, women could now on wear, you know, something produced by Levi's in terms of jeans. It appeared in Vogue for the first time, and that's where, like, again, women's liberation was, and, you know, they would just make it sophisticated and formal. The 50s, early 50s, mid 50s, that Levi's got another breakthrough. And this time on, it was, you know, movie stars that would, you know, take this rebellious kind of becoming of age, finding my own identity, going against my parents type of vibe, that they would wear jeans on screen. You know, we had the Marilyn Monroes who were representing the women. We had Mara Brando, we had James Dean, we had all these big stars wearing jeans as a type of, you know, being rebellious. A lot of young stars wanting to look like their idols and wanting to look iconic and wanting to be rebellious, start purchasing Levi's, and certainly Levi's was worldwide, and they were selling and selling and selling. And also, if we look into the 60s as well, we get to see Levi's taking another turn, and the people were still wearing denim, and Levi's was still selling, you know, because now it had become trendy, had become cool and chill and relax. And in the 60s was also a time where people would protest, and people would just, you know, they wanted justice, and they wanted the right and freedom, and they fought for freedom, the civil rights movement. And you see all of these rallies and protests and everything. You see people wearing jeans because they wanted to represent the people who didn't have a voice back then. You know, case in point, the enslaved people. So it became a thing. It became like an iconic thing to wear around the 60s, actually, when people were protesting against a lot of things. You know, there were different protests around that time. So again, it became an iconic thing to just send your message with. And around the 70s, they were also used as some sort of, you know, again, it was in the rebellious era-esque. So people will go to festivals, you know, like the hippie time, like around that time where everything was just blooming and whatever, kumbaya. People who use jeans, again, Levi's was booming around that time. And this time on, we had, you know, the cool, chilled, live in peace kind of era, and people were still wearing jeans. And then we see a very big fall around the 80s and 90s, because then other brands started popping up, such as Lee, Vaula, and other brands like Calvin Klein started producing jeans. And then we had Tommy Hilfiger, who was like ruling the whole 90s, you know, era with baggy jeans, tops. Like, so Lee kind of like struggled to follow the trends, because they also had like a specific recipe to make their own jeans, and they wanted to stay original, so they were not following the times, where else like Calvin Klein would make sophisticated jeans and all these things. So they kind of like stayed back and behind, but then later on, Levi's became a thing again. We start seeing it on models, we start seeing it on celebrities, and I think as time has gone by, you learn to appreciate Levi's if you are very into fashion. And I also feel like it's a stable, you know, piece that you wanna keep in your closet, because it goes for ages and ages, and even on their websites they tell you that you only have to wash it like every 10th wear, meaning that you have to wear it 10 times before you wash it. Now I religiously follow that rule because I don't want my fabric to be ruined. I don't want it to be, you know, like to lose the touch of it, even though like denim is a hard fabric to break down, but I still don't want to, you know, ruin it for the sake of ruining it just because I've worn it one day. If I've worn it one day and it has like a different odor and it doesn't, you know, smell fresh, I let it out to dry in the wind. I feel like being a part of Levi's is just a part of telling your story within, you know, fabrics and how you carry your fabrics. And if you ask any single individual, they would tell you why they prefer a particular jean size and name and color. Personally, I prefer the 501s because I feel like every single year, if I had to buy one jean my entire life, it would still be the 501. Why? Because they just fit in a very, very flattering way, and my bootay looks so nice. And also, I love how they just take shape after the person, and they just look different within every person that wears them. You know, they never really look the same, even though we're wearing the same type of, you know, the same type of fabric, no, the same type of color. It still looks different, and that's why that's what I love about the 501s. Like, if you want something original from Levi's, something very subtle, something that doesn't really, you know, have to be complicated, I would definitely say you go for the 501s. Of lately, speaking of, you know, them trying to follow the trends, they also started to make the slim fit jeans for male and female, and I wear the 721 because they really, I'm a short girl and petite, but I do have thighs and I do have hips, so I just wanted to make it look even, and I want to elongate my legs, so I know that that type of jean will fit me. And I feel like it's definitely something that is worth putting your money into because it's so well done, and you get to have it for years and years to come. And also, if you go to thrift shops and you see, you know, Levi's jeans, they're still in good condition and they're still like as if that you just purchased them. I love to purchase mine brand new because I want to have a story with my jeans. If I thrift my Levi's, and it's all up to you, like you can do whatever you want. Either way, it's sustainable, right? Whether you purchase some new Levi's jeans and they're yours for 30 years to come, or you go and thrift some, still sustainable fashion. So my suggestion would definitely be that you go to the store, you try on a couple of jeans in each color, whatever color that you feel, and take home the ones that really fit with your lifestyle and the way you look. They're just flattering to look at, and you could be old, young, you know, in between, and you still look fabulous. You still look presentable wearing your jeans. So the thing I'd like to advise you about Levi's is just to have one pair in your closet, whether it's thrifted if you're into thrifting, or whether they're brand new. This particular jacket from Levi's that my mom, it was one of the first things my mom purchased when she came to Denmark, and 22 years later we still have it because we take care of it, and you know, like it's a staple piece. You will always, like, you can always wear this because it's denim, first of all, and it's good quality, and it's Levi's, right? And all my Levi's jeans are still with me. I'm not gonna throw them away anytime soon. I think that they become even more charming the more I wear them, and I feel like it's the staple piece that you need in your closet. You remember when I told you that there is this one outfit that you can never go wrong with, and that's jeans, a white t-shirt, or just a t-shirt in general, and then a blazer or a biker jacket. If you have some good pair of jeans, I promise you, you can make up to 20 outfits or something like that by pairing them. You can look chic, you know, modern chic. You can wear your mommy jeans and look mommy chic, and you can look very classy. Like there is so many things you can do with your jeans, and never be afraid of not owning jeans because you wanna send off some type of message. No. You can always be nice with your jeans. So I really hope I inspired you to go and you purchase your first pair of 501s or your first pair of 721 or any other Levi's jeans. It's not that I am advertising for Levi's. I am just trying to let you know that sometimes it pays off to invest in a good type of quality wear when it comes to your garments and your accessories, rather than going to H&M and buy some jeans that you know that at some point they will have to be replaced. Rather have like some solid ass jeans. And that's why Jacob, you know, assured us, like he was like, let me make you some jeans, some pair of jeans that are going to stick with you for as long as you want them to stick with you. Ah, dear God, I cannot with myself. But yeah, he made sure that we knew that this was not a scam. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you purchased your Levi's. I'm sure, and I can assure you, you're not going to regret it. You're not. If there is something you're going to do, is to look drop dead gorgeous in your jeans. All right. So I would like to thank you for tuning in. I wish you a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy your jeans if you're going out today, and see you next time. Bye bye. Mwah.